Good morning. Today I will tell you a story of the scariest day in my life. 3 years ago, early morning, I woke up in my flat in Kiev because of explosions. But my thoughts was like it was not explosion, it was something like wind noise of shield on the neighbor's house roof. So I'm not believing in word till the very last moment. But when I woke up, I slept in my daughter's bedroom, and the windows from her bedroom pointed to Boryspil, in direction of Boryspil city, and I saw a flashlight because of explosions, and I heard the explosion noises. So definitely it was not because of the wind and some shield on the roof. So I realized that something terrible is happening, and I opened my YouTube, and I saw some videos about when the Putin says that they started the military operation in Ukraine to denazify, to demilitarize, and to other bullshit, you know, this video. So and then I just went to my wife's bedroom where she slept with my daughter, and I told her the scariest words in my life. I said the war had started. Then, and also I woke up my son, and we tried to realize what we have to do next. Because the funny thing that day before this, during the evening, my wife said, maybe something will happen, because all these noises all around the Ukraine, all around the world, that be careful, watch out, something is preparing, and Russian troops all around the Ukrainian borders, and you should be prepared, and you should collect all your belongings, and be ready to move, and this hysteria is all around us. And my wife said, day before the full-scale invasion, she said maybe we should collect our backpack with all documents, with the money, with everything, to be prepared to move as fast as we can. And next day, early morning, the full-scale invasion starts. That day we were extremely frustrated. I don't know how to explain it, because all this information flows is going, and you just turn on TV, and all this broadcast from Gostomel, and everything what is going on, all the colleagues who is living in Gostomel, in Bucha, in Irpin, that they start to texting, here's going on something terrible, and the helicopters, and etc, and then you are looking on TV, and on TV you saw this broadcast with the Russian helicopters flew over the Kiev Sea, and fuck, and this keep you frustrating through the whole day. And I can remind my attitude during this first hours. I just sit on the sofa in front of the TV set and starts to texting to my colleagues, start to texting to my family, like is everything okay, you should go there, you should do this, etc, etc, etc. But immediately after I woke up, the huge shopping mall close to my to my house, and I just came to this store and buy some batteries, walkie-talkie, flashlights, something that could help me stay at least one day or 2 days, at least with light and with some kind of I don't know, ability to say something to the people who could try to search me. But this funny thing that the guys in the deepest hangover ever, they are standing in front of the airsoft guns in this store and says to the seller that could we purchase it without anything, without any approval. He said, yes, of course you can, if you have money you can, but what for? They said, we will defend ourselves. And he said, no guys, don't do this, because this is not to defend, this is just for fun. It was fun, but the huge was in the beginning of this day was huge traffic jams all over the Kiev, all over the country, because all people just took their belonging, took their kids, took their pets, and go through the whole country to the western borders. So during this day I just sit on the sofa. My wife just makes some stuff, like she's preparing some food or something, and also she was so nervous, yes, and my daughter starts to nervous too much, and she had this panic attack, and she starts puking, and the huge headache she had, so it was a disaster. And when the two interceptors flew over, the Ukrainian interceptors flew over my house, my thoughts was like, fuck, what we should do, because in this time, this was noon time. It was like whole city stuck in the traffic jam, and there is no options to move from left bank of Kiev, actually the east bank of Kiev, to the right bank of Kiev, west bank. So we just had to sit and hearing all this explosion, watching all this news, reading all this news, and then in the evening of this day, we decided that it's not safety to stay in the apartment, because our apartment located on 23rd floor, 25th floor building, and we should proceed to the bomb shelter. And we tried to take as much as we can, because it was not freezing cold, but it was cold, and we tried to collect belongings and bring it to the shelter, because shelter located like 300 meters far from our house. And we proceed to the shelter with the family, and my daughter keep puking, and keep catching this panic attack. So, and then after third time when I make this routine to take something from the flat, took something from the flat and then go back to the shelter one second time, third time, then my wife said, maybe we should bring our car from the garage to near to the shelter. I said okay, and when I took my car and came to the shelter, I said, look, maybe we should take the invitation from our friends to move to their house out of the Kiev, not so far from Kiev, it's so 3 kilometers far from Kiev, and but this is like not residential building. This is just a house, and I said her, maybe we should take this invitation and move to them. And she said yes, because if we will stay here and sleep here, this will be the disaster for us, because it's cold in this it was cold in this bomb shelter, and actually we took this decision because all the roads will be free and empty, and these day government implement the curfew, and it started at 9 p.m. and it was like 8:20 p.m. and we decided to move to our friend's house. And I sat in my car, and this was the fastest road in my life because it was empty all around the Kiev, and I like drove like 180 kilometers per hour, and when we came to our friend's house, my daughter just go to the bedroom, and she slept for 24 hours without any breaks, just 24 hours out of service. And then next day it was actually, then the fun is started. Next day we started to prepare the Molotov cocktails. We started to do some strange things, and actually the funniest thing that we supposed that, and we believed that this shit will keep something about 2 or 3 weeks, maybe months. Today is the 3rd year of the full-scale invasion, and during these 3 years we saw too much horrible things that Russia made in Ukraine. Bucha, Gostomel, Irpin, Kakhovska Dam, Kharkiv, all the massacres they do on the battlefield. Actually yesterday this was the most powerful drone attack during the full-scale invasion. 260 drones they launched to Ukraine during one night. Just imagine, 260, and they doing it during each and every night and day. And now it's so funny when I heard that Ukraine, this is Ukraine's fault because of full-scale invasion of Russia. I heard it from Trump. This is Ukraine's fault, this is Ukrainians, they provoke. No, we are not provoking anybody. We just want to stay in our country, and we don't want to invade. We don't hated anybody before this. before 2014. We don't. We just love our country, and this is our main fault, that we loved Ukraine. We don't hate anybody. We don't hate it before. We don't need to invade anybody. We just want to stay on our own land, living our best life in our country. That's it. And this is our main fault. So, believe in Ukrainians, believe in Ukraine, help Ukraine, support Ukraine as much as you can. And you will see, this is the best investment in your future. The best investment in your future to support Ukraine. Слава Україні!